Oh,
All
okay,
right.
great. Hey.
What's up,
All right.
sis?
What's up, bro? So, welcome to Outspoken Podcast. This is the space where your voice matters. And you have the full permission to take up space. I'm your host, Lauren Collins. So I want to just take a moment to keep it real. This is the opportunity for you to be your authentic self and just say what you bring to the table. Get all that out. So,
100%. I'm glad that I'm doing it in this space, in this setting with you, my sister. Um, I feel like it just makes it easier to, be myself, be authentic. And yeah, siblings.
you're welcome.
Thank you.
So, I'm going to go ahead and jump into your life overview. So, and read through it.
Okay.
Life is more than a mixtape. It's a story of growth, transition, and self discovery. It's built to capture the highs, lows, and the life of heartbreak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Time
Facts.
spent in the streets and the process of slowing down and finding inner balance. Each track is a chapter in that journey, pulling listeners through moments in triumph, grief. Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Love you, mama.
Another. Yeah. Grief, temptation, resilience, and ultimately self love. The project is a personal yet universal. It reflects the real changes and challenges of navigating relationships, money, faith, self worth.
Mm-hmm.
Deep. Love
Major.
that. While offering the authentic soundtrack for everyone learning to choose themselves first. That's
Hey.
deep. Let's talk about that.
Hey.
Like let's pop it up for that one. But let's
Yeah.
talk about that. Like give me some background.
I mean, honestly, I say it's like the last 4 years. I feel like it's been a lot of transitioning for me. Like it better than anybody. Having to move from Kansas City, Missouri to Houston on a whim, like in a matter of days. Going through the stuff with mom,
Yeah.
losing mom, and then transitioning to being in a relationship, then being out of a relationship, and still trying to find myself, kind of between all those changes. Um, the creative part of it is like, even through going through that, like it was hard for me to be as consistent as I wanted to be.
Mhm.
It wasn't that I wasn't creating, because truthfully, like that was my outlet. Like that's all I knew to do to kind of express myself, put my emotions out there in times I didn't want to talk about it. Like, I put it into the music. So I feel like life is kind of a transition of all of that. And yeah, I've dropped music and made music in between there, but like a set body of work, I feel like I was able to kind of vocalize and appeal to each part. And I really, wanted to show people that transition and really keep it like authentic, because shit, life is hard, honestly, and
No,
I,
you're
I'm
lying. You
no
ain't
one to
lying.
I'm no one to fake it. Like
Yeah.
I'd rather just be real and let people know what's going on. I feel like the ones that get it. The ones that don't, they have kind of like a transcript to look back on and be like, okay, well, this is what the past couple of years may have looked like for him, or this is what he meant in this song, or or if they're going through similar things, be able to kind of provide that, provide that, I don't know, catalog for them too as well. Like I know I'm not the only one that's going through
Yeah.
something, and what better way to, tell my story and tell my testimony and kind of build from there,
Yeah.
reach out to the community
Bef-
that way.
yeah. Before we jump into like all the questions, because I know you have put on his Instagram for people to send in questions.
Hmm.
I want to ask a question.
Okay.
What do you feel like you're teaching yourself through all of this, through everything that you just said from the life overview? What are you teaching yourself?
Man, the self-worth part, I feel like that's the biggest thing. Um, I feel like for a long time, and I hated the term. I hated the term until like I really started sitting with myself. Like I was a people pleaser.
Hmm.
And I feel like in life too, I kind of expressed in the lyrics like I used to wanted all the attention, seeking and reason and things like that. And it's okay to want those things, because I feel like as a human, we feel those type of emotions and we go through um, those type of feelings. But it was like until I sat with myself and it's like, okay, why do I want that? And having to pinpoint those things, I feel like I've learned, and I'm still learning.
Hmm.
Where that kind of stemmed from, uh, what it is that I truly want for myself,
Hmm.
and yeah, I mean that's kind of what I've learned, but I'm still learning though too.
Hmm.
Just more about myself, more about being assertive within myself, confident within myself, and leading in a way where it's non-apologetic. and not to say I'm disrespectful or, I'm just going out there and being crazy,
Yeah, no,
or
okay.
anything like that, but like just more so being for myself and standing up for myself and what it is that I believe in, what it is that I want,
Mhm.
what it is that I'm working towards, and the man I feel like God is building me up to be.
Yeah. I feel like that's something that is like within our sibling trait,
Yeah,
finding ourselves, finding the voice and everything. So I'm glad you have this platform as well to do that. So we're gonna hop
100%.
in to a lot of the questions that were
Yes.
sent in. They're kind of cool. All right. Um, this is sent from the real Sam. Oh, the real Sam B.
Yeah, he's from San Bernardino. I went to
Period.
high school with him.
Okay, cool.
My guy.
If you could never dance, rap, or sing again, would you still feel valued? If
Oof,
so, yeah, that's actually a good one. If so, where does your value come from?
man, when he sent me that question yesterday, I was like it did have me think
Triggers.
because so much of my life has consisted around music, dancing,
Mhm.
singing, being in entertainment, being involved in different spaces, um, to where like I had to look at myself outside of that.
Right.
I will answer to where I think my value stems from, and I think that's like my integrity and my character, the type of person that I am. I feel
Mhm.
like, not only am I a great friend, great sibling, great brother, but like I'm I feel like I'm a good person.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't a perfect person, but I feel like pouring into others, that's where my value stems from. What am I doing to, make the next person better? Kind of less of me, more of them in a healthy way for
Yeah.
sure. I feel like that's where my value stems from, just bringing light to other people's lives. Um, but if I couldn't dance, sing, or have anything like
I
that,
mean, you can't really sing.
all right, all right, all right.
Let me
So
grab
they
some
say, so they say,
honey.
so they say.
Let me get y'all confused.
Nah, if I wouldn't be able to do anything like that, I'd probably just work in finance and be a great guy. All right,
All right, all right.
find a way to get a bag,
Got
man.
you. What sets your level of artistry apart from similar artists?
Man, who's that question coming from?
This is let me see. Sorry, he's doing things. Doesn't say. He
Okay.
didn't send that. I don't know what this one's for.
That I think the thing that sets me apart, and I try not to compare. Sometimes I do fall into that little comparison realm, but I think just authentically being myself. That's cliche, but I think everybody's different in their own right.
Mhm.
I think the fact that I dance and sing, a lot of people can't dance. A lot of people don't got rhythm. I feel like I'm coachable too.
Working on mine. Working
Okay.
working on my rhythm.
No, I feel like I'm coachable too. I don't come off as stubborn. So if there's a lesson that or something that I could learn, I'm eager to learn it versus just like, no, I already got it, because
Yeah,
I don't got it all. Like I'll
got
never.
you.
I'm just a student of the game, and I think that sets me apart for sure.
Okay, and then what keeps you motivated, or what motivates you?
What motivates me is, man, there's plenty of things that motivate me. I think I would say the thing that's been motivating me here more so lately is just like wanting to prove myself right. Um, and kind of shutting out the doubt.
Mm,
That's been a big motivation factor for me lately. Just like, okay, I believe this. Okay, let me prove myself right.
yeah.
And what do I got to do to be able to prove myself right? And kind of just work and sit in that space. Um, that's been something that's major for me lately.
What contributes to the doubt?
I mean,
That's
shoot,
throwing my little question in there, but I hear you
what
saying.
contributes to the doubt is, I feel like, this the world that we live in.
Mhm.
You know, I feel like I express it to you guys, but I probably don't say it out loud. But like, I hate social media just because it is a big facade and it's only showing people's success. And
Mhm.
in the times where you're really going through, when you're really going through life and you're
Mhm.
really going through real things in life,
Mhm.
it's hard to find those areas. Like, you don't always see those areas on social media. People posting their failures or posting what it is that they're going
Right.
through, how they're truly feeling.
Mhm.
So I feel like sometimes it stems from that. Sometimes it stems from failure too. It is healthy to fail, right? But I think sometimes when things don't work out as I expected or as I envisioned, it can be a little discouraging.
Mhm.
But at the same time, like, finding a way to pick myself back up
Yeah.
through that as well. It's a journey though, yeah. There's a lot of things I could contribute to that.
No, yeah. Just to piggyback on that, I was been listening to the audiobook Atomic Habits. I don't know if you've heard of it,
Mm-mm.
but actually a really good read. I really like download Audible. But but and in a portion of the book, he was talking about how we make these little, the little changes, the subtle changes, whether it be in the workforce or in your life or whatever the case may be. You make these subtle changes, and the subtle changes, nobody sees the failure or the mishap or the missteps, but then it's the atomic boom when it's the success. Everyone sees the success. So to
Right.
relate to your point in regards to social media and how everyone sees the big, facility and all they don't see everything that contributes to it. So yeah,
Exactly.
oversaid.
That's a great reference. Don't remind me to get that book.
Yeah, I sent you.
Audible.
Gift it to you. Yeah,
Christmas. My birthday. My birthday just passed.
So we got you a gift.
Another one.
Yeah.
Another one.
We just going another question. That's what we're gonna. That's what we're gonna do. How do you decide subject matter before approaching a song?
Ooh.
I'm curious about that.
I think that's just based on feeling. A lot of times, like, I'll go into a song and not really know what it is that I want to say. And a lot of time when I start recording, I'm just top lining. So for those that don't know what top line it is, that's like you play the beat, right? And then you just kind of just finding a melody. I'm not really saying any lyrics or anything like that, but I'm just like, okay, this would sound good right here, this little melody. Okay, now what are the lyrics that I could cultivate with that? Okay, now what is the story that I'm trying to tell?
Mhm.
So I'll top line through the whole song, kind of build off that. And then as I'm working through the lyrics, it's like, okay, now I'm understanding what it is I'm trying to say. I might go back to the beginning, change certain parts up, go back to the verse, change certain things, just so it feels more complete. But yeah, I think it really, the subject matter comes as I'm creating. And I think a big part of that is because I'm engineering while I'm recording. So
Right.
like I'm mixing, mastering, and doing everything in-house.
Got you. I want to say I understood all of that, but I'm, a visual learner.
Yeah.
You gotta show me,
I could.
because I'm like, I don't know what any of that means.
Yeah.
Ooh.
My bad.
Nah, you're good. I'm
My
like
bad.
seeing little symbols. Okay, it's fine.
Right.
What inspires your hook and melodies?
My hook and melodies. I like things that stick, like a good flow. Like I always think it's Michael Jackson. I think he has like some of the greatest hooks.
Yeah.
You cannot know what he's saying, but you know what the melody is. Right?
Yeah.
Like
It gives like James Brown.
Yes. But like in PYT, for the longest, I really didn't know what he was saying, but I didn't. It was like dun, 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 dun. And then go from there. And then what?
You didn't know?
I mean, I knew how he said I want to love you.
Oh,
like,
I was like,
pretty
you
young
didn't know?
thing.
Got you. Okay.
But like when he was like hard to get under, or I still don't know what he's saying.
Yeah, that's true.
Stuck
That's
in the
true.
middle. I know that part. Look.
Yeah, that's true.
But,
that's true. Now I think about it. Yeah. We just saying yeah too.
Like, he just asked for her number.
Yeah.
Like,
give me your number.
Can I get your number?
Yeah. That's crazy. No, now that you say that, yeah.
Right. So like, for my hooks, I do like it to be something that's memorable, that could stick, that's fun.
Yeah.
One of my favorite ones is probably a Zoo Freestyle, like one of my
Honestly,
earlier songs.
I like that, and I don't know, it's because you're stepping with the Converse in
the mud
with the giraffe shoe, because
you're a giraffe. You're a giraffe.
Giraffes is my thing. But
yes,
yeah.
but that's like one of my favorite ones.
Yeah, that sure. One, and I really love, my go-to is Broke Down.
Broke Down, yeah, but like
I love that.
For me, that was Michael Jackson inspired. Like it was a total different sound for me, but like it challenged me to get outside the box, but like keep it simple and consistent.
Yeah. And I like the different type of display you did in the music video, the artistry of it, like with the girl dancing. Like, I don't know what form of dance it was, but it was, to me, it was like captivating. And then it was like, it transitioned into this real smooth, choreography with you and your dancer. So for me, that's one of my favorites.
I appreciate that.
Oh, God. Yeah, I'm talking about. Okay, sorry. You're good. All right. So we said we're going to discuss this. This one, I feel like I'm already knowing, since you're already referencing a little bit. But who's better, MJ or Breezy?
Man, it all starts somewhere.
Or not who better, who, MJ or Breezy, I should say.
MJ. I think for me, it's going to be Michael Jackson, because like he's an innovator.
Mm-hmm.
I do think Chris Brown is the Michael Jackson of our
Right.
generation. Like, and that's just is what it is. But everybody had to learn from somebody, and I don't think Chris
Mm-hmm.
Brown would be who he was today if it wasn't for
Yeah.
Michael Jackson. And I don't think I'd be who I was today if it wasn't for Michael Jackson or Chris Brown or the Ushers. Like,
Yeah.
you know, because those are people that I watched progressively growing up, and like just sat there waiting for the music videos to come on, and you know, like
Yeah.
that was my bag, that was my thing.
Fun facts. I know things that some people don't know. Aaron was Michael Jackson every day. Every day. Got a costume and did not take the costume off.
All right.
Did not.
It's factual.
So understood of where this inspiration comes from. That's kind of
Man.
funny. Do you? I feel like. Do you want me to
What's the question?
matchmaker? Do you need a matchmaker?
Oh no, I don't. I don't.
We're just gonna swipe up on that one. All right.
No, I'm okay.
Okay. Can you describe your emotional state during the process of making Life?
Man, there's so many different emotions. Um, you know, happy, sad, like literally, I feel like I went through every emotion when making Life, and each is typical, you know, per each song. I feel like the overall emotional state I was in was like just in a state of relief, honestly, because I was finally getting it out. And even though after I recorded it, can't say that I was completely relieved. Like I think once it's out, just for the world to hear, because still I was kind of captivating it. Like I knew I made these songs, but I was still holding them close. But once it was out, like just that state of relief and like, all right, like okay, I could kind of not even move on, but like progress from these situations and experiences, and um, that was probably the overall feeling. But going through, you know, making these different songs and putting a project together, it was so many different emotions of that I felt. Um, I think Balance 2 was probably like the heaviest because it's just like super raw and keeping it honest. It's my longest song that's on there as well, but and I'll speak to that one specifically. I was just like I was frustrated, I was sad, I was like anxious. I was uh I can't say I was happy. I wasn't 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 really happy, but like I too was just being like mindful of, you know, the state that I was in. I was a little depressed.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. I was like, it's giving depression.
It's giving depressed.
It's giving. You was real sad.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. The depressed. I'll throw that in there as kind of like an overall feeling, and I'm not saying that to, you know, shine or really like oh yes, depression, you know.
No.
But like
Natural.
it's something to talk about too, and it is natural. Whether I feel like I knew what I was feeling, and I knew I may have been depressed, and I probably didn't want to own it, but um, I was still looking for ways to persevere while going through it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That was the like the rest of the question, whether expressing those feelings through the music brought you to any sense. Like after you released that, where did you feel like after that? Was it like instant relief or was like, dang? Like
I'm like, dang, I did it. Like, and I'm proud of myself that I did it. That I spoke about it. That I was able to articulate what it is that, you know, I'm going through, that I'm feeling. I feel like especially as a black man, like, you know, that's something that's not always considered popular or shed light upon, you know. But I think too the fact that like I majored in mental health, to be an advocate in that way, to be able to speak on those moments, because it's hard to be vulnerable, and the world will tell you you're soft, like
yeah.
point blank period. But it's like why keep those things, you know,
Yeah.
in you're just hurting yourself.
Correct.
And it's not I knew it wouldn't help me progress and get to where I need to be and get to where I'm trying to go if I steadily like just consumed those things or just kept them in, and didn't express how I was, that, you know, I've been feeling, or that what I was going through. So like for me in that way, I feel like the expression that I felt by the end of it was like, I'm just proud that I was able to do it.
Yeah.
And to speak to the question you asked way earlier, I feel like too that's what sets me apart as an artist.
Yeah. I love that. Like I said, great answer. Great answer. Great. Can you describe? Oh, sorry, I read that one. How do you actually deal with social anxiety while being an artist?
You know, it's like, okay, I wasn't diagnosed with social anxiety.
Let's
Like
start there. We be
let's start there.
self-diagnosing over
I am
here.
definitely self-diagnosing it, but I'm not trying to make fun of,
No, for
social
sure.
anxiety either, because it is a real thing, and I feel like there are times I get drained. Now, I feel like the profession that I work in finance, as a banker, having to deal with people on a day-to-day basis, have conversations like, you know, my workforce, my job puts me in a setting to where I have to be social and
Mm-hmm.
authentically myself, but still, politically correct, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there comes a time where I am drained though. Like I get off work and I still gotta do music and I still gotta pop out places, be in front of people's faces, and it's like it takes me it takes me out of the element of like just wanting to socialize. Truthfully,
No,
like
I listen.
it's really
I
draining,
understand.
and it's not that like I'm not a people person. Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind being around people, but like I too had to protect my energy
Mm-hmm.
and to be the best version of myself when I place myself in these different situations or in front of different people. And sometimes it's overwhelming, and that's where the anxiety part does kick in.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm overthinking, or like, dang, I wonder, how I'm presenting myself, or like, man, they probably just thinking I'm boring, I'm sluggish. Like,
Yeah.
but truthfully, it's a thousand other things. Like, I just went through a whole work day, like, you feel me? To speak to the feeling depressed or whatnot like that, but still having to push through
Mm-hmm.
and be in these spaces, because if I'm not, then I'm not actively working to succeed in an area that means a lot to me.
Mm-hmm.
As being an artist, as sharing my gift with the world, inspiring others. Um, but there comes a time where it's just overwhelming, like, and I'm truthfully just tired. Like, you see the bag under my eyes, like it's
I
crazy. I
said,
know
I said nothing. You know what I'm saying? You could ask me for a little bit of. You know, I got all the
my
skincare. I got all the skincare products. So I was.
my eyes are looking a little heavy this morning. I
No,
almost
for
threw
real.
up my shades, but like,
No, I get you. But I think like to piggyback off that, like I think we relate a lot in that way. We both work in fields where we're face forward, people 24/7, all the way. So I understand the want to come home. See, mine is different. I don't come home and be like, baby, I'm gonna lay in this bed. Y'all gonna get me when I
when you
get
can,
yeah, because when I get ready, because your girl is tired. But no, I
right?
understand that 100%.
So I think it's just finding a balance, man. Like between all that, to be the best version of myself, and I think I said it in heavyweight. Like if I ever disconnected, it's because my heart been on the ice. Like I'm trying to manage so much and navigate feelings and situations, and still find a way to be successful is what I deem successful. That sometimes it's not that like I mean to disconnect or don't mean to have conversations or pay people mind, but like I'm just trying to find a balance,
Yeah.
truthfully, and it's no hard feelings because like I understand everybody going through life and
Hmm.
living life, and they say you make time for the people that you want to make time for, and I'm trying my best to do that in the season that I'm in right
Hmm.
now.
So, like, one of the questions right now, and I feel like this is a decent segue, because, like, for what you're saying is, yeah, you're gonna make time for the, people you wanna make, but at what point do you make time for yourself?
See, yep, and that's what
But
I
so I'm just curious because, like,
yeah.
people say these things, but then you give, 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 give. At what point are you saying, "Hey, this is the time I'm taking to collect my thoughts and do all the things that I aspire to do"? So, like, what does that look like for you when you do take time for yourself?
Man, I feel like that's like completely disconnecting. Like I might get a couple of phone calls and I won't answer, but like I text you back in a couple of days or call you in a couple of days, like, hey, like
Two to
this,
three business days.
right, right. But I feel like those times are never really planned. What
Mhm.
I've been doing lately though is like a lot of solo traveling. Um, like just going places by myself, taking myself out to eat. You know, if I like a football game or something like that is open, Green Bay playing, I'll probably go to a sports bar and just chill
Mhm.
out there, watch the game. But I just try to do things I like. A lot of times I'm going shopping, or if I'm not going shopping, now I'm just going to look at clothes. I am a window shopper. I don't care. because sometimes I just need to touch the material, like
No,
just
for real.
to sometimes be like,
I sure wish I could buy that right now.
but this is
But I'm
not
gonna take the responsible decision
right.
and walk away.
And walk away. But I'm glad that I made it here. Like
I think I do the both, the online and the physical. Put everything in the cart
man,
and then just leave it there.
and just leave it there and be like, hey, soon
Let
enough,
me just get this chapstick. No, I
man,
need.
soon enough the cart is gonna, I'm make my way to the
Yeah.
cart. But sometimes I just need to be in those spaces to kind of just feel like, okay, I'm comfortable,
Yeah.
like it's like a relief for real.
Going back into your album. So, question on here is, what do you want people to feel after they hear your music and hear life?
Mm. I want them to feel rejuvenated in a way to where it's like refreshing, like it's something new on the ears. It doesn't really sound like everything else. Um, I want them to feel like they went on a journey. Um, I want them to feel heard in a way. I want them to feel like they're a part of something. They're not singled out. I think those are like the biggest things. Definitely heard, not left out, refreshed, rejuvenated in a way to where it's something new, and that's kind of why I ended it with something new, because it's moving on to a different season, um, different realm. But like overall, of course I want them to enjoy the mixtape as a whole, but I overall want them to feel heard and a part of something.
Mm, I love that. And then what's one lesson that changed you and what has changed you forever?
Man, losing mom,
Mm.
hands down. Like for me, that was like my biggest fear ever. And like I don't. It's weird because I like felt it as a child. Like I never want to lose my mom, and that might be a feeling that everybody feels. But like for me, mom was and is my everything. So like I think when we lost her, um, it changed me in a way to where my approach to life was just completely different.
Mhm.
The way how I seen myself was completely different, and I think the way that I started like taking steps forward in my day to day is just different. Like I can't even explain it. Outside of it's like, okay, you really living now. For the longest, I felt like I was always working towards something or working towards success because I wanted to prove our parents like, I'm gonna be somebody. You guys don't gotta worry about anything, and like provide that landscape and playing field, especially for mom. And then to the point where it's like losing her at 25, it was like, dang, I'm not even where I thought I'd be. It really formulated me in a way too where I stopped putting like age requirements on things. Like I remember in middle school, I signed in people's yearbooks like I'm gonna be famous at 18. At 18, like at 17, I was shipped off to Missouri.
Save this autograph.
Right. And remember this, right?
Yeah.
At 17, I moved to Missouri, was playing football. Like it wasn't exactly what I thought I was gonna be. And then looking back to 25, it was like, lost mom and still wasn't in a space or where I thought I was gonna be in life. But it's taught me a lot of lessons, and too that I'm still learning, and taught me a lot about myself just as an individual, how I handle situations, how I'm handling the grief, how I'm handling the way that I treat my family, how I treat my friends, how I treat other people, and just really I feel like keeping the values that she instilled in us to be my foundation, keeping my foundation in God on a day-to-day basis, and just walking in that way. But it changed me in so many ways and taught me so many lessons. But I do think God does take you through certain situations to build you up,
Mhm.
and you grow as an individual, you grow as a person. Sometimes it's not to your liking, the way that it happens, but it's always for its good and always for the benefit.
Yeah. I'm just curious because I know the steps I took when everything happened. I'm a little bit more familiar with Anthony's approach, but what was your approach when dealing with grief? Like, how did
Oh
you
man, in
actually?
the worst way. In the worst way.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh
No!
man. I mean,
Because
at first, like I didn't know what to do. Like,
Nobody teaches us this.
right?
Yeah.
There's no steps. I remember one of our cousins even gave me like one of the cards, like how to deal with grief. Man, I opened those up one time. I said, "Nah, this bottle looked better." Like, I don't feel like
Yeah.
reading nothing. I don't want to hear none of that. Like, I'm just gonna go ahead and drink, and I'm gonna go smoke. Like, and that's just what it was. So I didn't have a healthy approach to like dealing with it after. I really was just trying to survive and
Yeah.
navigate, like not lose my mind. To where I feel like it transitioned to like, okay, maybe this is not the best approach. Like,
Yeah.
I'm kind of losing
So
myself.
that's what I'm saying. When did you say, oh, okay,
And
let's
start
reel it in
reeling
real
back
quick.
in. I think for real, after I got out of a relationship, because I had time to kind of just zero in on myself.
Yeah.
And focus on myself. I didn't have to think about anybody else. I know it sounds selfish, and to speak to that point, I may have been selfish too, even in that period. It is what it is. But like, I feel like I got an opportunity to be selfish in a healthy way.
Yeah.
Like, and when it came to really dealing with those things.
So is this why you wearing the no season hat? Is this your no season?
Oh no, it's funny
your
because
season of no.
No, I'll tell you what. The last time like I did a podcast was right around the time mom was going through her stuff. And dealing with everything going on, and it was new season. Around then.
Oh.
Yeah, I had dropped the EP around then.
I was like, is this why you changed it into no season?
No. It does come across no season, but like I have a funny inside joke with myself where it's nigga season.
Oh. All right.
It's a joke with myself. But
Daddy, don't look at that part.
100%. Look at the black part. But it all relates to the new season though too. Like it's just a different season of my life for sure.
Okay.
Different season of my life. It comes across as no season, but take it how you have it. Take it how you have it.
Cool. So what is no, just kidding. What does peace look like to you right now?
What is what?
Peace.
What is peace? Man, eyes low, I'm at peace. Peace right now looks like, I feel like just doing what I want to do on a day-to-day basis. Like living for myself in a way to where it's not that I'm not being mindful of others, but like I'm just pouring into myself. Like the things that I like, the things that I enjoy, a healthier lifestyle for sure. And really just not even being out the way, but like unless I'm doing something that is pouring into somebody else positively or that aligns with me reaching my goals, then I'm out the way. Like, and I'm just chilling.
Yeah. Love that.
Yeah.
Love that.
That sounds very peaceful. Outside of sleeping,
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Question, last one for this section, but who do you turn to when things are heavy? I know you got music.
Yeah.
I know you said you did the bottle, drinking, smoking things and doing things. Who do you turn to when things are heavy?
I feel like I got great siblings, so I'm able to have these conversations with you guys for sure.
Sorry. I feel like
Grandma. Grandma.
Yeah.
I have great friends too. I have great friends that I'm able to have serious conversations with and just let them know where my head is at, what it is that I'm feeling. For example, like I got people that I talk to, I feel like on a weekly basis, if not day-to-day basis. Just to name a few, my boy King from SKM, cousin Nate, Gabe, like they're always checking up on me. For sure, C-Hop, Reggie, like I could keep on going on. If I didn't name your name, don't feel no type of way, because if you already know what it is. But like,
just go ahead and name everybody.
Nah, because I honestly feel like I do have a good community around me, like a good group of people. Like, and some people, I talk to more frequently than others, but that doesn't take away, the type of relationship that I have with that person. Because like I said, everybody's living life, and there's certain moments where it's like, okay, spurts and times where we don't talk, but like when we do, is we pick up right back off where we left off at, and I find value in that too, because a lot of these people like I've been friends with for 10 plus years, and it goes a long way.
But, what's something you
Oh
have?
wait, I turned to God too.
Oh yeah, I was. Yeah,
Yeah, but
thought that
I
was
feel like he knew
people.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like he knew
People,
that, but like
I feel like I knew that internally. I was like, yeah,
yeah,
but it's cool. I ain't
definitely.
judging.
If this is more so for the people, like I definitely pray and I talk to God. Like
Yeah,
I definitely pray and I talk to God. When it comes to whether it's a hard situation, a good situation, don't matter the situation.
yeah.
Like
Period.
I feel like I have to say that and let that be known too.
Oh yeah,
You know.
no, for sure. I think, but I feel like how we grew up was like, how could we not? Like
Exactly.
how? So I didn't doubt it. I didn't second guess it. Like how could we not? Mommy put like we was born and raised in the church for real, for real. So like
That part.
how do we not like first acknowledge God and the things that because I feel like just to even be here.
I know that I wouldn't have been here,
Yeah.
without him. 100%.
Period. So love this question because I feel like a lot of people don't realize that they do this until they're in the next phase. So what did you have to unlearn to grow?
A lot of people say like get out your own way. Um, so I say unlearn the bad self talk.
Mm,
Bad self talk. So it's just good self talk. Like, I could do it. It's gonna happen.
yeah.
It's gonna happen.
What are some good things like say?
That I say to myself.
Yeah.
That I got it. Like I just constantly remind myself that like I got it. It's gonna work out. As long as I'm putting the work in, things are gonna work out. May not know the route or how, but it's gonna work out.
Yeah. So where's your next level? Like what's your next step after this blows up?
I feel like just continue, pouring into other people's lives, man. Continue being me. Continue creating. I got a ton of different things that I want to do, but I think execution is the thing that I'm most focused on right now. It's just, really executing each idea, executing everything it is that I want to put out into the world, being very intentional as well.
If your album was condensed into one song,
Balance too.
why?
Because like I just feel like not it's you get every part of me. I feel like in balance too. And although like it doesn't necessarily speak to how do you say it? It doesn't necessarily speak to me working out of this situation. I think once people get to really know me and see me as a person, they know that's gonna work out. But I feel like it sets the platform, it sets the foundation and baseline of what life is consisted of. And of course I got mom's vocals on there too, so like that meant a lot for me. Yeah. Tear.
Cool. So before we officially like wrap up, I want to ask, what is something that you want to be outspoken about? Like you could tell anybody, anything, anywhere right now. What is something that you want to on this platform be outspoken about? What's your outspoken message?
I feel like it's okay to be 100% authentically who you are. The world, people, they're gonna tell you that what you can and can't do, but they're not living the life that you're living. I feel like you have to lead with your heart in a way to that's in tune with your mind as well. Um, and it's okay to fail. Uh, Failure is success because you have the opportunity to learn. Um, I also want to say too that it's okay to feel certain emotions and speak about them. Um, Whatever it is that you're going through, I feel like it's healthy to have an outlet, whether that be a friend, or if you do talk to God, like if that's something along your realms. I feel like it's healthy, but talk about it. And these type of conversations should be happening more often. Life isn't about comparison because everybody's life's going to be different. You just got to be comfortable with who you are, not content. Not complacent.
Complacent.
Be content and comfortable with who you are, and I feel like things will work out for you.
Big. I love that. We do get complacent as people.
Yeah,
comfortable and complacent. Anyways, thank y'all so much for joining Outspoken Podcast.
Who?
Outspoken. I said Thank you all again for joining Outspoken Podcast. I'm your host, Lauren Collins. This is the platform where you can be authentically you. Bye, y'all.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. Love, love,
You
love.
did amazing.
You did amazing. That was awesome. Good job.
I learned a
You
lot
know the
from this.
handshake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I know the handshake?
I'm tapped.
Yeah, I know, because you're youngest. Love you.
Love you too.